Hey guys, what's up? This is White Boy for the win, and welcome back to Why Mega Evolved. Now, earlier this week we talked about Mega Blastoise X, and today we're going to be talking about Mega Venusaur X. But before we get started, let me just give you guys a brief explanation of what this series is about. Now, every week I will be picking two Pokemon that either need a Mega Evolution, deserve a Mega Evolution, or I want a Mega Evolution for. Now, this is based off my opinion alone, and no one else's. Now, if you guys do not like my opinion, then please post your own opinions in the comment section down below about what would you keep, what would you change, and etc. And at the end of every video, we'll be telling you guys which Pokemon we're going to be talking about the following day. So with that said, here is Mega Venusaur X. Now, like I said in the Mega Blastoise X video, that I wanted to talk about the Mega Blastoise X and also Mega Venusaur X because when it comes to the Kanto starters, obviously Charizard is like the fan favorite. He got two Mega Evolutions, and I've already explained it in the Mega Blastoise X video, but to put it more short, I was hoping that at least the Kanto starters would get two Mega Evolutions just like Charizard did, but because they're the original starters. Like, if you're gonna give one of the original starters two Mega Evolutions, then you should have given like the other two Mega Evolutions. So I wanted to talk about Mega Venusaur X as well. I mean, obviously, since we talked about Mega Blastoise X, because like I said, the Mega Evolutions that Venusaur and Blastoise already have right now are considered somewhat to be the specially offensive one, and I wanted to make a physical offensive one for both of them because, to be completely honest, Venusaur and Blastoise both have very good physical move pool that you can actually work with, and especially Venusaur, he actually has a really good move pool for being a physical attacker. So anyways, as you can tell from what I've done to its stats, I did increase everything but decrease its special attack. Now the reason why I decreased its special attack is because, for obvious reasons, I'm making a physical Mega Venusaur X, so it's not supposed to be made into a special attacker, and also I needed 20 extra points to distribute into its other stats as well. And before we actually get into it, now I'm sorry if the picture is blurry. This is like the only Mega Venusaur picture that I can find besides the Mega Venusaur picture that we already, or the Mega Venusaur that we already have now. So I know it probably looks a little ugly. Actually, it is ugly, but it was the best that I can actually find without finding the Mega Venusaur pictures, or the Mega Venusaur pictures that we already have now. So with all that, let's just get right into it and start talking about it. Now, for its physical attack, obviously, like I said, I wanted to make a physical version of Mega Venusaur and also Mega Blastoise, and for Mega Venusaur, I increased its physical attack from base 82 to base 130. Obviously, like I said, both Venusaur and Blastoise, as well as Charizard, but we're not talking about Charizard right now, but the last two, Venusaur and Blastoise, do get access to very good physical move pool, and especially Venusaur. Venusaur actually gets access to quite a few really good moves that you can run on it. I mean, this thing gets access to Knock Off, you got access to Seed Bomb, and strangely enough, this thing gets access to Outrage. Let's see, it gets access to Power, mostly very good physical grass type moves, but that's besides the point. I don't even think this thing gets access to Gunk Shot. No, that would be really cool if it did get access to Gunk Shot, but sadly it doesn't. Looking at his other moves, it gets access to Earthquake, Facade, all those moves, Double Edge, Petal Blizzard. But the moral to the point is, it does have a really good move pool that you can run on a physical Venusaur set. So with base 130 physical attack, this thing is just going to be doing monstrous amount of damage to your opponent. I can see this thing probably knocking out, or at least doing around 70 to 80% of health in its corrective tier. If I'm not mistaken, this thing is an OU, or should I say Mega Venusaur is an OU, so I could probably potentially see Mega Venusaur X being an OU, maybe in UU, just because it does have a good physical move pool, but it's not as diverse as its special, if that makes sense. So I could probably see this thing either in BL or in UU, but once again, for its physical attack, it's not that it's impossible. I mean, it is possible, because like I said, it gets access to Knock Off, Outrage, Seed Bomb, and Power with really good moves. So base 130 attack is actually very decent for Mega Venusaur X, and if we're going to be comparing it to its original Mega Evolution, it's supposedly, like I said, mainly a special attacker, and its special attack is at base 122. So its other Mega Evolution, obviously, its physical attack is going to be higher than its special attack if we're comparing it, but like I said, 130 is actually going to be its high, or it's going to be the high stat. Now for its special attack, I've already talked about it. And now for its physical defense, I increased it from base 83 to base 123. Surprisingly enough, I actually increased it the same as the Mega Venusaur we already have now. Its defense is at base 123, and when I was actually doing this, I actually was surprised I gave it the same exact defensive stat, but base 123 is actually very good. I mean, this thing is a very bulky monster as it is already, even without the thick fats. So you already know how well this thing is going to be able to eat up physical hits, max HP, max physical defense, and you're pretty much set to go. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's what people run on this thing as well. I know people run like a bold nature, and Mega Venusaur is just gonna X is going to just be straight power if this thing actually happens. And now for its special defense, I increased it from base 100 to base 130. Now its special defense along with its special attack, but that really isn't going to count right now, is the exact same. So I increased it to base 130 because obviously, if you cannot tell, I didn't give it the thick fat ability, so I wanted its special defense to be a lot higher than its original Mega Evolution, because like I said, I didn't give it the thick fat ability. And comparing it to the original Mega Evolution for Venusaur, its special defense is at base 120, so I gave it a 10-point boost to its special defense. That way it can't eat up special hits a lot better. I mean, like I said, this thing doesn't have thick fat, so you kind of have to increase it a little bit to pretty much counteract, I would say, like fire type moves and ice type moves. So that's why I increased it to base 130. And for its speed, I left it alone as base 80. To be completely honest, there's really no reason for me to increase it. I mean, if anything, I probably would have decreased it, because to me, Venusaur, it looks a lot slower than it is. I mean, base 80 is actually, in my opinion, very fast with like a Pokemon like Venusaur. So if I was gonna have to decrease it, I'll probably have to decrease it probably to like base 60, maybe 70. It would probably be best, but I just decided to leave it alone. Mega Venusaur, already as it is, base 80 speed is actually very decent. Like I said in almost all my videos, base 80 and above stats are actually very decent, and base 80 is what its speed is. Now, as a regular Venusaur, its base stats at 525, and with the Mega Evolutions at 625. Now, for its Mega ability, I decided to obviously not go with thick fat, because this is the physical version of Venusaur, and I wanted to actually give it a different ability than its Mega Evolution that it already has right now. I kind of wanted to go with like how it was doing with Charizard, give it two different abilities, and that's what I've done for Mega Blastoise X and Mega Venusaur X. And I decided to give this thing Regenerator. Now, the reason why I given this thing Regenerator is because since I didn't give this thing thick fat, which obviously some cuts off 50% of fire type moves and ice type moves, I decided, like, you know what, I decided to give this thing Regenerator, because in that way it'll have somewhat of a, I wouldn't say counteractive, if that makes sense, but you can keep switching in and out Mega Venusaur X to pretty much gain its health back, rather than just like going for, like, for instance, like Synthesis or Leech Seed or anything like that. And I think Regenerator is a very good ability for a Pokemon like Venusaur, because like its back literally is like a jungle, so it makes perfect sense to actually give this thing Regenerator. So I feel like Regenerator is actually a very decent ability for Mega Venusaur X, kind of going with like the defensive support kind of Pokemon ordeal, as well as its regular original Mega Evolution. Now, for its typing, I left it alone as Grass Poison. Now, to be completely honest, I was actually thinking about taking off the Poison type characteristics on it, but at the same time, it fits it really well. I mean, granted, it doesn't really get it doesn't even get access to like a physical poison type move, so I understand why people will probably think that probably giving this thing Toxicate or something like that, pretty much turning normal type moves into poison type moves, would have been better. But on the downside, like I said, it's probably not going to have any poison type moves on this thing if you're ever going to use it. So that's why I was saying this thing is probably going to be ending up in UU, maybe BL, like between OU and UU. But once again, if I was going to do anything, I was probably going to be giving this thing like Toxicate or something like that. I forgot what I actually named that ability, because I'd given it to some Pokemon before that was a poison type. I think this is really, I can't remember what Pokemon I've given that ability to, but you guys already understand the ordeal. I mean, this thing obviously gets access to Return, to get Impact, Facade, Frustration, pretty much normal type moves that you would normally see, that normal Pokemon would get, other than like Wobbuffet. But like, you understand what I'm trying to go with. If anything, if you guys don't like the regenerator ability, then you can go with like a toxicate ability, turning normal type moves into poison type moves and make this thing a lot more offensive rather than kind of like going with like the support and like bulk behind Mega Venusaur, if that makes sense. So with that, there is Mega Venusaur. So anyways, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button. Also, don't forget to comment and subscribe. Now, I know this Mega Venusaur video is probably not up to your standards or like expectations or anything like that. But once again, I wanted to actually record and also post a Mega Blastoise X video and a Mega Venusaur X video, just in case to see like if it's like a what if kind of ordeal. Because like I said, Charizard has 2 Mega Evolutions. Mega Charizard Y, Mega Charizard X. So hopefully, whether, like I said in Mega Blastoise video, if it's in like the next generation or like the next main story games when we get more Mega Evolutions, that Game Freak will actually give Venusaur and Blastoise another Mega Evolution on top of the one that they already have. Make it a physical version, rename like the Mega Evolutions that they already have right now and the Mega Stones to like Mega Blastoise Y and Mega Venusaur Y, and then like it's in call it Mega Venusaur Y and Mega Blastoise Y, and you guys already get the gist of what I'm trying to say. I keep getting my words mixed up, but once again, I really wanted to talk about them because it's kind of like a what if ordeal. I already know they have Mega Evolutions. I'm probably going to be seeing that in the comments section once you guys see this, but whatever. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I really did enjoy this too. I've been wanting to talk about them for a while. It's just kind of like a what if ordeal. Now the next Pokemon we're going to be talking about, now I've already done 2 Y Mega Evolve videos on this Pokemon, but to be completely honest, it's actually worth it, and I wanted to do another one, so it's going to be technically a part 3. And this Pokemon technically already should have a Mega, because Cerebi already, or not Cerebi, but like, well, I would say Cerebi as well, because Cerebi is like a really reliable source to go by. And they were saying, someone from the Pokemon company, I don't know who it was, but they were saying that this Pokemon should have received the Mega Evolution, but they couldn't think of a design, and that Pokemon is Flygon. So yes, we're going to be going back to 3rd gen. I really want to talk about Mega Flygon again. It's just because Flygon is just one of the best I wouldn't say the best Pokemon, but like one of the coolest designed Pokemon in my opinion. It was literally my favorite Pokemon coming into 3rd gen when I played that thing like religiously. It was pretty much on my team the whole time. I remember that thing as well, but I'm going to save it all the talk for Mega Flygon in its video. But once again, like I said, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button. Also, don't forget to comment and subscribe. So this is White Boy for the win, and I'll catch you guys later.